Well, I suppose all along I've been interested in, projections of the future. An actuary, especially doing the things I was doing, was always making projections. The earth, that we only have so many trees, we only have so much oil we can pull out of the ground at the same time. There's just some limits to this. It just doesn't make any sense. So, I had looked at things way back when and said, this doesn't make any sense. Then in 2005, I had run across some of the first beginning of the peak oil books. And I realized that, we were already coming up to limits. And I realized that this question needed to be looked at some more. Well, if you want to look at it from a CO2 perspective, the CO2 emissions are going to drop, practically to zero overnight. Not quite to zero because you've got all of these cows emitting methane and whatnot all, but the CO, they drop far faster than any model ever suggests. So
That's right.
the
Yeah.
situation changes more than we could ever imagine. We don't really quite understand how this endpoint is going to play out. What does financial collapse look like? It pretty quickly can morph into government collapse because the governments don't get enough money to support their programs. And the financial collapse also cuts trade way back and makes it hard to get replacement parts for things that you used to have. It makes it very hard. If your banks are closed, it becomes very hard to pay your workers. So you end up with a big mess on your hands. Well, I think that the financial situation, it becomes so big that whatever changes happen quite quickly, likely within the next 10 years.
Right.
So, it may very well be that most of us are not here to see whatever happens in the longer term.